The Vancouver Island Model Engineers are located at Heritage Acres, the site of the Saanich Historical Artifact Society at 7321 Lochside Drive in Saanichton, BC. Just off Highway 17, known as the Patricia Bay Highway, between Greater Victoria and Sidney, it is accessible by car, bicycle, or transit. The 29-acre or 11.7 hectare park features 1 mile or 1.6 kilometers of mainline miniature railway track. It weaves through the forest, passing a pond, over bridges and trestles, and through a tunnel.
I'll get my whistle and my proper hat.
Okay, so does the camera look like it's looking at you?
I can see myself, yep.
You can see yourself?
Yep.
All right then. So speak loud.
Yep.
Your name, name of the museum, what it's all about, and what we're doing here today.
Good morning. My name is Phil. I volunteer at the Vancouver Island Model Engineers. We share a property here at Heritage Acres. We're two clubs for the both. We're both here for the same reason, to keep history alive, to preserve heritage, and to make something fun for families to enjoy. This weekend, we're operating our summer fair, which is an all-inclusive event on the property. We'll have horses on display, blacksmith displays. We have 17 museum buildings, and they're all going to be open. We'll have wandering displays as well. As a plus side, we operate a model railway featuring 1 mile of track that meanders through a forest, and we'll be offering train rides to the public for a small fee. The Vancouver Island Model Engineers operate a small 7.5-inch gauge miniature railway. The track itself is just shy of 1 mile. For an average trip around, you will travel down into the forest over multiple bridges beside a pond, and the trip should take between 10 and 15 minutes. And then you return back to our beautiful station.
Trip.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one big continuous loop. Depending on how busy it is and depending on the weather, the engineer's discretion, we have a maximum speed that we will go, but we don't really have a minimum speed. I do find if it's not a very busy day and the weather's quite nice like this, I might go a little bit slower so that we can enjoy it a little bit more. Well, I'm gonna be sitting here, Randy, so if you sit here facing backwards, I can talk.
Okay.
And then you could film backwards if you want.
Yeah.
If you sit there, you're gonna film forward, but it's gonna be really awkward to discuss.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about?
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Go in here. Right here. We have security for the crossing. A full dinging bell, red light double-armed crossing guards. So now this, every time a train comes by, this is gonna come down and prevent people from walking in front of us. Okay, let's pivot the other way. So there's our steaming bay area where we have elevated tracks to work on your engines and stuff like that. The club has a small shop there. Thank you for breakfast. We have this building here, which has a kitchen in it, and we partner with the Job's daughters, and they run it for us and do hamburgers and hot dogs and French fries, and then we take a small portion of the profit each year. But they run it, and it's kind of a nice joint thing to do.
Community.
It is, and the Job's daughters is really big. They're trying to get young girls into learning skills and doing things.
Yeah.
And this is a simple thing. It's not a super busy Tim Hortons. It's not McDonald's where you're going to get restaurant experience, but it's super high busy. This is just every couple of Sundays, you make some fries, you take some orders, like not much.
But this is a special spot, though.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you can't compare it to a Tim Hortons or anything like that.
Oh, I just meant the food.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. Like this is unique. This is very special.
So other members of our club, their trains are even smaller. So rather than trying to lean over and run a very small engine on the ground, we elevate the track for the entire distance. And then you ride on it like a motorcycle. So you straddle the track, and that brings the engine up to a regular height. The caboose behind us is our little club hangout coffee. So when we come out for work parties and we're out here mowing the lawn and fixing the trains, at 10 o'clock or 10:30, we have the coffee bell goes off and we all go sit in the caboose and have a coffee and chit chat. It's our little sort of informal hangout for the members. Every train needs a tunnel. So we got a couple of giant drain culverts and made a tunnel. And then we built this building. This is where we store all the cars. So all of the riding cars all live in that building. And what we do is we make these little half doors, and there's a workbench on either side, and the cars go in under the bench. So you can still walk down the middle, but the cars are tucked underneath out of the way.
Metal or wood bridge?
All metal, all metal, yeah. For simplicity and long life.
Yep.
And then one of our members has started taking this upon himself and is making this into like a little seaside harbor. Yep. With all these little side tracks and a log dump.
Yeah.
And again, it's just something for the people to look at, right?
Yeah.
Again, 2 hours across from, Regina, there's nothing. So let's try and give the people what to see. Again, that little engine there is going to come ripping along here, nice and close, something to look at. Now, we used to just go back that way, but then we got a bunch of money donated, and we asked the government for some grants, actually. And in 2007, we opened up this whole big lower loop and doubled the length of our track. We engineered and paid for this bridge. This is because it's a fish-bearing creek. We're not allowed to be in the creek. So that was a big thing to have that bridge done. And then this is what I was saying is, this is one of my favorite spots is right here. You come down here, you're beside the pond.
Ducks and different.
We do have a resident turtle that lives in there.
Yeah.
We do have some ducks that come and go.
Yeah.
We even had a beaver at one point.
Yeah. Do you get herons in there?
Every so often.
Yeah.
Every so often.
Is the pond stocked with fish, or?
No, we don't actively stock it. There might be something in there that gets in, type of say, but
Yeah.
we don't actively stock it at all. We got a lot of growth, so.
What's it fed by? Where's the water come
Just
from?
natural groundwater.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So all the way down here, trains are coming up the hill. So this is where I was saying, these are all this entire stretch here, trains are coming up the hill, people are waving, they're going past, you know, and it's like I said, it's something to, you see other people.
Yeah.
And then once we come down the corner here, this is where we split. And then we do a big loop and we come right back up.
So is there support underneath is a ground, and then you've just faced it with these concrete things?
Well, that's how we build retaining walls.
Yes.
So we dig down.
Yes.
We put in some road base.
Yes.
We run a packer down it, smooth it out, run the grade, level it, just like you were building a driveway or a road.
Yeah.
Then put the track on.
Yeah.
And then put ballast, the larger rock, on top of that. And we use the ballast to shim it and flatten it out. But this was all done as if we were building a road or a sidewalk. Road base, or cloth, road base, packed, and then track. And for the most part, I mean, you can feel it. There's a little bit here and there, but for the most part, this is good and smooth.
It's probably better than the one going up island.
In spots, yes.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see that running again.
We're not really sure why, but a family donated this thing to us. It's handmade out of soup cans, and it's a giant dragon.
Well, it belongs in the forest, I think.
So here we are under the big green bridge. So there's the pond that we were just looking at with the trains.
Oh, wow.
So again, we're in this situation now. We're like, what is that, 12 feet, 14 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is always a fun place to pass another train, because then the people look down here and go, oh my God, we get to go down there.
Wow.
But how do we get there? That's the fun part, because they can't see how to get here.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I like that.
Yep. And it's, again, like I said, when it comes to the weather, this afternoon when it's about 2 o'clock, it's going to be cooking out in that field, isn't it? But feel it in here. So if there's no lineup, like if we're not rushing to fill every train and to rush, if the train's half empty and there's no lineup, I'll do this down here. Stretch it out to 15 minutes, give the people a little bit of a cool down in here.
And what I like about the village is it's in the forest too.
One of the biggest reasons why Ford's and Friends car show comes here,
Yeah.
shade.
Yeah.
Shade, bathrooms, and trains. Those are the 3 reasons I get told why people come to the car show here.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. You're not in a parking lot. You're not in a field at a car show. So at this point, we start our climb back up. There's your heron, or a flamingo. I'm not sure.
Oh, the heron.
Yeah.
Is indigenous to this area, I think.
Yes. And then one of our members, his wife likes to paint little things and likes to do little tasks and stuff. So she goes to the thrift stores and finds cheap little gnomes and gives them a fresh coat of paint. Oh,
Did we travel?
yeah.
We traveled that one.
Yeah, we came down this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, some gnomes fell over.
Oh.
So, again, this is just kind of something fun, especially for the kids on the way up. You know, if I see a kid's a little bit fussy when we're loading the train, I'm like, hey, you know, I got a couple of gnomes out there. Could you count how many gnomes? I have no idea, by the way. I do not know the answer. But if you ask the kids to do it, the kids get focused on it and it becomes a little fun game for them. The other thing I tell them is that I let my dragon out for a walk and he ran away. Could you let me know if you see him so I can go get him? Guaranteed that kid's gonna come back. I saw your dragon. He's down there. Oh yeah, guaranteed. But yeah, she takes him in every winter, gives him a little bit of a touch-up paint, maybe buys a couple of new ones for a couple of bucks, right? And yeah, we have a little gnome village. But yes, you are right. So you didn't even see, by talking to you, you had no idea. We went right down that track. And here we are. Now we're on the uphill. Yeah. There's that wall you asked me about.
Yeah.
Those are concrete core samples.
Yep.
So when they go to a building and the engineer wants to know how thick the floor is or what the underfooting is, a company cores out the concrete so that they can do an inspection.
So you buy this core?
No. If they take it to the concrete plant that crushes them up to reuse them, the company gets charged a disposal fee. What they've told us is that if we go to their yard and pick them up, we can have them for free. So as long as we're willing to go pick them up, we can have all these rounds for free, and you can tell that we use them because they're just such a simple, quick.
And you bring them to location on the train.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
You're not walking with miles with wheelbarrows. Nope. You're bringing it in on the train.
I have 4 cars dedicated to fixing the track. I'm actually track supervisor. Yeah. I'm in charge of keeping this track running.
Yeah.
And I have 4 cars in that shed by the tunnel.
Yeah.
I have a generator, a drill press, a grinder, all my nuts, all my bolts. I have pieces of metal. I have plastic ties. I have pieces of wood. I have pry bars. I have I have everything that your grandfather, you know, if your grandfather called out and said, hey, outside of Saskatoon, there's some bad track, and CP Rail would send out one of those high rail trucks with a boom truck and a bunch of guys, essentially it's the exact same thing. I have all those same tools, just in smaller versions, and I have a set of cars that I can just go grab and take with me wherever I go. I have so many pictures of Sunday mornings, a picture with the engine and the cars, Sunday morning routine, gotta go fix the railway.
Do you have any air tools? Like, are you set up?
Yep.
If you need an air tool on
Yep,
the truck?
I have a gas-powered compressor, a gas-powered welder, and a gas-powered generator, all on cars.
Yeah.
So that's where we were with the big green bridge.
Yeah. So this is a real rail line, and like CPR or CNR, yep. You have your work parties that go out and work the track just like they would.
That's what I do. Yep.
Yeah, this is perfect. My grandfather's probably rolling over in his grave at this.
So now you'll see that we have a red signal. And as soon as we finish coming over this switch, you're going to start hearing the bell. And then those 2 arms are going to come down. And when the arms come down, they hit a micro switch, which then gives us the green signal. That means we're allowed to cross the crossing. So the public isn't there. And then as soon as we finish the crossing, the gates will sit there for a minute and then they will come up. One of our members left us a fair bit of money, and we used it to pay for this amazing, lovely timber frame station. And then that's a functional roundhouse.
Yep.
Each door has 2 tracks. And then the really nice part is that the floor drops 2 feet.
So you turn the
turn the turntable.
Turn the turntable. But how do you square onto the track?
So in the middle of the turntable, there's a little piece that slides.
Yeah.
And it slides in between the rails and locks it in place.
Yeah.
I can show you that.
Yeah.
Eventually I will have to get my engines out so we can go up there and show you this whole process.
Yeah.
Come on, Bob, I don't want to hit you.
So could we both leave at the same time?
We can only go about 10 feet at the same time, and then there's a signal. There's a safety thing.
Yeah. So
are you? Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna sneak up into the roundhouse. We will get my electric engine out.
Yep.
And we'll grab a couple of these cars over here.
Yeah.
We'll grab your lovely wife and her friend.
Okay.
And then we'll go for another lap where you can face forward.
Okay. Well, actually, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
it is, and
Yeah. So the big trick here, okay? If need be, you can step here, okay? You
Yes.
cannot damage the track. Just be mindful if you step here, okay? At the same time, I'll catch myself. I sometimes do that. That's fine. You just don't want to catch yourself. But if you don't feel good stepping over like that, step in the middle. You cannot damage this. Okay?
okay.
That's just my sidebar
Well,
safety.
no.
Yep.
I mean, that's going in the video.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, and Mark, get set, go.
So we decided that we needed storage for the club engines and for members' engines as well. And with the donation from one specific member, Alan Halliday, and as club members, we all donated. We built this lovely 12-stall roundhouse, 24 tracks. The key thing to this is that we were able to build it with a dropped floor. So it drops 2 feet inside so that the tracks become a workbench height. You can work on the engine, you can store your engine, and it makes things very comfortable for everybody. It is accessed by a very functional and real turntable. We'll go up there and take a look. Fully functional turntable. Rotates. And then to select your track, all we do is simply slide this plate and it locks it in for safe transition.
But you can't access track 9 though.
Now I can rotate it.
But you see, it doesn't connect on this side.
Because you want to be able to rotate and then roll out in one specific track, that's the point of a turntable.
Right.
Yes. So we can access all of these, but to get on the tracks, you only want to go on one of these two.
So you turn the dial.
So you turn the dial. And then if your engine backs out backwards, you can spin it around forwards.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a railing up here if you want to come right in, Randy.
Okay.
Let me just kick that out of the way. Yep. Let's get the lights on in here. There we go. Yep, use that handrail.
Yep.
So this is the benefit of having the tracks raised, is now I can work on them. I can get underneath and get access to any component that I need. You can also see that as a hobbyist, it becomes a problem. Through myself and my father, I now own all of these trains in here. This one he bought about 15 years ago. It's run on propane, it's a steam engine. To honor my father, I built this lovely little caboose, removable roof, simple design. This big steam engine here was purchased back in the 80s. It's an original steam engine in the club, and I'm in the process of restoring it and getting it back running. Oh, watch your shirt. There we go.
Just want to see if I can get the nose. Man, this stuff's incredible.
And then he drove to San Francisco and bought this electric, which I've since done a little bit of modifications to and upgraded the batteries. For example, if I pull that off, I can show you.
Well,
So she runs 6 batteries in a 24, yeah, so 3 there and 3 here in a 24 volt setup.
What size batteries you got there?
Oh, big monster 27s.
Oh, the 27s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry
They're
about
all
that.
31 now.
I got it. I got a good deal.
Oh, I broke it.
No, I think that's a zap strap. That's garbage. I asked one of my vendors at work to hook me up with a good deal on some AC Delco Marine Deep Cycle High Reserve Group 27s.
Yep.
And he cut me a good deal, so I bought 6.
Yeah.
And then
How long will the batteries last?
around here, I can run for 6-7 days.
I mean lifetime. Lifetime.
Oh, lifetime with a good proper charger that I have, I should get a solid 5 or 6 years out of these.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a really nice. I don't know where it is right now. Oh, there it is. I have a really nice smart charger. Again, the benefit of working at an auto parts store, I called up my battery charger supplier. I went straight to their tech department and said, these are the batteries I have. This is my configuration. I'm looking for a maintenance, slow trickle charger maintainer. What's going to be my best option? And they said, well, you're going to use it. You're going to use this every 2 or 3 weeks. So you want a very smart low amp charger. And they said that will be the great thing. Nice and simple.
So would you leave it on 2 or 3 days and then unplug it?
I leave it on for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a super smart charger. And the really nice thing is it uses a nice small connector
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
right there.
So will you go off when it needs
Yeah.
to?
Yeah, so there you go. And we're just gonna roll this out so it's a little easier to get in and out. Yeah, just keep pushing that, she'll go. There you go.
So this is a locomotive.
Yes. This is an electric locomotive. That is a gas-powered locomotive, or you can have a steam-powered locomotive.
And we rode the steam powered.
No, we rode an electric.
We rode an electric.
Yeah, the club engine is electric.
Okay.
That's electric. This is electric. The club engine's electric. The big blue one there is diesel. This green one parked up here is gas. And then this little thing is gas as well.
So most practical, I guess, would be electric, eh?
For a club that hauls public, that you just need to go, gas or electric is easy. Turnkey, go.
Yeah.
Simple. Steam engines are amazing, phenomenal. They look amazing. They're a beautiful little articulate moving machine, but they're also finicky and annoying and delicate. So, yeah, so here we are. So
Yeah, I get
so,
it.
yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
I get
backed
it.
out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's backed out and needs to turn around.
What's that?
Can I slip down that track though? Because I'm grabbing cars.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get on your way.
Okay. Perfect. Just like that. That's the benefit of the electrics, is just simple. Yeah, easy on the tracks. I don't want you to trip.
No. I like that.
Simple design,
Yeah.
and it can slide in either direction. So
Yeah.
if I'm back here, I can still push it that way and lock it in.
Simplicity. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Got to get it into position here first. Keep the noise down.
There is a little bit of safety rules, so the safety spiel is that we keep our feet on the running boards at all times. We don't reach out and grab the shrubbery or the nightlife. We don't stand up.
You just enjoy the ride.
And that's it, you just have fun. Okay?
Put your hands together by your side.
Okay, you ready, Randy?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I know.
So because we were enjoying it so much, we were up on that bridge a few minutes ago.
Wow.
So this is how long the loop is.
Wow.
A lot of people don't realize how far we go down into the forest here to make it a full mile. And yeah, you come across the bridge, if you're not paying attention and look down here, and then, or if you do, you're like, oh, what's that track? How do we get there? And then a few minutes later, oh, wait a minute, I'm down here now.
Very interesting.
And what I was telling Randy was, if it's not busy, especially this afternoon, if it's not really busy, feel how cool it is in here. I take a little extra time if it's not busy. Let the people relax, cool down. Enjoy the ride.
Yes.
And right now we are the furthest from where we started. don't want to go through the station, so I have to throw that.
Okay.
Other part of the property, wait for this guy to come back, and it's a little free tractor ride into the village, so you don't have to walk. The water tower presented here is the original water tower built by a member, I don't recall his name, for the Pheasant and Quail Railway in Saanich, where the club first had tracks on the ground at my family house. The current owner of the house contacted me and said that he found it in a shed that was collapsing under a tree and asked if I wanted it. So I retrieved it. Had to do a little bit of wood repair on the lower legs, had to build a new roof for it, and the metal spout that's supposed to tilt down is gone and rusted. Everything else is all original. That is all the original paint, and I am in the process of trying to make it functional again.
Yeah, we got all day here. I'll start it.
There's a bathroom float
Video over there too. So.
Yeah.
and it's supposed to automatically regulate the water level.
Build a water tower, Phil?
No, this is the original one from Quail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you put a garden hose in the bottom, there's a bathroom float here that works like your toilet.
Yeah.
That's supposed to keep water in it. It's actually a wash tub basin.
Yeah.
It's an old school 70s wash tub.
Yeah.
And then there's supposed to be right here a little valve. And then using these counterweights, a funnel is supposed to tilt on this pivot here, and the funnel would come out about that far. But I just haven't gotten that far yet. We had to replace this one board. Everything else on this is all original. And I mean, that's a fishing weight. And then the original guy did this. He made all these cables and then crimped them, and then that was supposed to be the tension on it. I have since put a little wood inside and put a bunch of finishing nails to kind of tighten it up a little bit. But yeah.
Where will it sit?
I don't know yet. I'm kind of loving it right there, to be honest.
No, it looks good. It does look good.
Yeah, I got a center. I'd move it forward about 3 more inches.
So it's the same age as you, this basically.
It's older than me.
Older than you.
Yeah. Well, okay, so the club is 72.
Yeah.
I'm 76.
Okay.
So the club founded, and then shortly about 2 years later, 2 or 3 years later, they started building at my house. And then I was born.
They needed a long-term worker.
Yeah.
So you were the one?
Yeah, so
You were chosen.
yeah. And then these are all these cars I have. This is all my little freight train.
So you didn't build that one though? Like you wouldn't have built the cabin on it? Or?
We'll start from the front.
Yeah.
I built this one completely
Yeah.
for my dad.
Yeah.
A nice drop center flat car. It's all steel frame. It's all it's all heavy duty built. I can stand on this. This will support hundreds of pounds, no problem. This I bought from the Vancouver club. This is what we used to haul the public in. But with your feet inside, it was awkward. And if it derailed, you know, it was a really bad situation. The Vancouver club is getting rid of a bunch of these, so I bought one. This one my dad bought from a guy in San Francisco. This Santa Fe car. And then this one has the longest explanation. The flat car, the bottom of it, I bought from a guy in Washington State. The body, my wife bought for me from a club in Oregon. And then I thought, most trains have what's called a maintenance of way car, a work train, where they have tools and track and ties and all the things they need to do basic road maintenance. I should build one. So I went to the RC store and bought a bunch of little accessories, and I have now made this into my maintenance of way train with my fake ties, some rail. There's my little toolbox. There's a little 6-pack of Pepsi. There is even a little, there is one little frosty beer. You know, and then, like I said, RC shops have these great little steel cables and steel chains. So that's what I kind of made this into, is like a maintenance of way car, just for something to look at. Hauling public is what pays the bills. Having a freight train, having something to look at while the other people are riding around is just a nice little piece of eye candy.